Play that theme music, and that's the bottom line, because Neil Wayne said so.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is a new episode, a brand spanking new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today we are out here in the good old movie viewing world, watching all the movies we wanted to watch. Finally, we had a little hiatus. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But the two movies that we did get a chance to watch for this week's episode. First, the Winter Soldier himself, Mr. Sebastian Stan.
All of America talking about your fucking bronze. Third place. I won gold and silver, and everyone's got a hard-on for Hope's Miracle. Well, because of you, I'm never gonna get that moment back, and I will damn well make sure you don't either.
I had no control over what people talked about. Take that up with the god of gymnastics.
I am the fucking god of gymnastics. You're talking to fucking Zeus. I made my own destiny, and not on milking some pity votes for fame and glory over one lucky accident, but by consistency of excellence. You think you're gonna show me up again? Hell fucking no.
Right.
Hell fucking no. That was from Bronze. The movie we're going to be reviewing first is Fresh from Hulu, also starring the beautiful Daisy Edgar Jones.
I wasn't aware my eyeline fell under the jurisdiction of school rules.
Here we go.
Tried to impress your classmates. They don't look too impressed to me.
I'm pretty sure I was just looking out the window.
Come on, Sheldon.
If you're staring out the window daydreaming, then you're not learning, are you, Marianne?
Don't delude yourself. I have nothing to learn from you.
She doesn't have that accent in the movie, though. In the movie.
Oh! How do you do that to someone? How do you say that? Then Jojo T. Gibbs.
Tisha. You got skills, okay? Hey. But I could not stand your damn protagonist. She reminded me of this girl that I used to date back in the day that was always sucking her teeth for no reason. And it also seemed like she was always mad about something, and I just didn't know what, you know? Damn, can you just be nice for a second? And I don't know, it feels very angry black woman. And I know we trying to get away from that trope.
She was great in this. Yeah, Fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh is great.
Yeah. So the movie Fresh, also Andrea Bangs in it, Deo Okinia, Charlotte Laban. Great cast. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. And then the big sexy movie of the week. Of course, we got to talk about it because the guy that has two Batman tattoos definitely has to talk
for sure
about you know the Batman. Starring Robert Pattinson.
The second you got here, went to the booze and you got fucked up, but that's fine.
So
That's just who you are. You're a fuck up. I don't care. Whatever. I don't give a shit.
You shouldn't give a shit. Who gives a shit? I definitely don't give a shit.
Look, losers like you are incapable of taking care of themselves. You're either leeching off mommy, or leeching off welfare, or living off the government in jail. That's you.
You don't know the first thing about me, bro.
What's to know? What's to know? You serve absolutely no function whatsoever. It's pathetic.
That's from Good Times. It's the first movie where I realized, man, this fucker can actually act.
Yeah, I know. That's why I got it. Because I remember we actually reviewed that movie. And I remember you actually said, because at first you're kind of like, I don't know. And then we reviewed it and you're like, never mind. I lied. Robert Pattinson's amazing. Yeah. Also, one of the great actresses that are out there right now, Miss Zoe Kravitz.
Okay, so here's how not to plan a career. 1, split up with boyfriend. 2, ditch college. 3, go to work in the struggling record shop. 4, become owner of said record shop and stay there for the rest of life. And 5, well, there is no 5.
Yeah, that's from High Fidelity. I don't think a show that got renewed for a second season, but
no, it never got renewed for a second one. But the first season was great, though. She played a good Rob, and I wish that show was out when I met John Cusack, so it could have been like I could have asked him about it. Also, the wonderful Jeffrey Wright.
Oh fuck! Hold on, I forgot to load it on the thing. So tell me, pick another one. I'll have him up in just a second.
All right, Colin Farrell's in this one as well, playing the Penguin.
You're embarrassing yourself here, lads. Kids stab, girls shoot, boys punch, grown-ups fight with their heads. That's where the real battle is. Up here, in the grave.
Fuck me up, bro.
Now wake up, lads. Life's quick, you're slow. Life's hard in the bone top. Come on down to the gym, we'll see what we can do with you.
Yeah, that's from The Coach, right?
No, Gentleman.
Yeah. Oh, wait, that is from Gentleman, isn't it?
It's Gentleman. He plays the coach in Gentleman.
I just what I remember is that I couldn't understand what he was saying. So
I love him in that role.
So who's the guy you just mentioned just a second ago? By that way,
huh?
Who's the guy you just mentioned?
Jeffrey Wright.
We're fucked. Don't listen to him. How come nobody can see how fucked we are? Jeffrey, stop riling up Jeffrey. Everything's fine. Why do you keep saying that? How do you know? Because I've seen it before. Nothing new. It feels new. Oh, come on, Jeffrey. You're a smart guy. What good is being scared gonna do? Help me not die? But what good is ignoring it gonna do? Help me not to think about dying? Shh. Asshole.
That's a great scene you picked for that, by the way.
Oh yeah, by any means. Yeah. I looked up a few Jeffrey Wrights. I looked at some, Westwood, of course, because he's really good at that. And then I remember that scene from Atlantic, and I was like, oh man, yeah. I watched that scene probably 4 times, trying to realize what part of that scene I wanted.
It's just so good because Jeffrey Wright's so good. God, I love that guy.
Yeah, I could watch a movie or a show all day long where it's just Jeffrey Wright talking to Jeffrey Wright.
So who else is in The Batman?
Also, the one, the only, Paul Dano.
Yes, the devil is in your hands, and I will fuck it out. No, I will not cast this ghost out with a fever, for the new spirit inside me has shown me I have a new way to communicate. It is a gentle whisper. Get out of here, ghost. Get out of here, ghost. Get out. Yes, the devil is in your hands, and I will fuck it out.
You're replaying it?
It was
Why are you replaying
I don't know. But anyway.
Are you in a loop? Are you okay? Are you loopy?
It might have looped it, but it's okay. But
that is the Batman, and I just saw this.
Hold on. That clip was from one of my favorites, There'll Be Blood. So
There'll Be Blood. That's why I got it. Okay. The Batman, I just saw this that we're talking about here tonight, will be released on HBO Max April 17th.
So mark
less than a month.
Mark your calendars.
Yeah, dude, that's insane, dude. The fact that it's already made like over $500-600 million at the box office. The Batman's what we're going to talk about. Also in the movie, of course, there's like, so many more people. You got Peter Skarsgård, you got John Turturro, you got Andy Serkis. I mean, that list just goes on in that movie.
Barry Keoghan, Jane Lawson.
Yeah, Barry Keoghan. Also, from the Eternals. Just so many different people in it. And we are, just like we always do when we come to comic book movies, folks, when we go to review it at the end of the show, we're going to do our normal review. And then I am going to sit here and tell you everything I have learned being a comic book geek. I was going to grab all the comic books I know that influenced that movie out of my collection. I did not have time today because I'm getting ready for like 20 people to be at my house on Friday.
Yeah.
So, Chris, where can they find us?
You can find us online, moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. You can find us, You can find the shirts and stuff with our name, merch at bonfire.com/movies or gunfire.com/movies and something too. We have Patreon, so patreon.com/movies and we're on Twitch at MTS Podcast, and we're all streaming platforms where you find podcasts. You can find movies that don't suck and something too.
That is a good thing that you just said, and it made me feel beautiful. It did. All right, but also what we do is we support local businesses, and we love supporting local businesses like this business I got to meet just this past week while I was in South Bend, Indiana, named Indiana Whiskey Company. Yes, the Indiana Whiskey Company. They are a company that has been around since 2011, and they create their own whiskeys, include just whiskey, bourbon whiskey, which is nice barley hoppy whiskey. Then they got a silver sweet corn whiskey, rye Centennial rye whiskey, and Breakfast of Degenerates, and Hoosier Sweet Heat, which kind of tastes like Fireball. I tasted all of these because all Indiana whiskey was at a Comic-Con I stumbled upon in Indiana when I was there. And walking through a Comic-Con, and all of a sudden I walk up to this table and they're like, "Hey, would you like a free sample of whiskey?" I'm like, "Yes." "Can I sample all of them?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah." And I sampled all of them, and I was like, "I'd love to buy a bottle, but they don't allow that back on the plane when I get out of here." But they said they would ship. They do ship. And man, I'm going to be honest, it is a really smooth whiskey. So if you want to buy yourself some whiskey from the lovely state, the Hoosier state, the Indiana whiskey, you can go to inwhiskey.com, or you can go to I was about to say MySpace. I was literally why was I going to say MySpace? I've not said MySpace in like a decade. Or you can go to Facebook and look them up. They're at IN Whiskey. They are I was trying to find the address to give people the address, and I lost it. There it is. They are downtown South Bend, Indiana at 1115 West Sample Street, South Bend, Indiana 46619. So that means if you're in South Bend, Indiana, going to a Notre Dame game, you can definitely go to Indiana Whiskey, get totally sloshed on their whiskey, and then go watch the game.
Make sure you take like an Uber to the game though.
Yeah, Uber. Well, I mean, you could walk from that.
Yeah, okay,
I mean,
fair.
It's not that far. But I mean, you can take a bus, a train, an airplane. I don't know, man.
Planes.
I took so many things.
It's good to be back, too.
Yeah. Everybody, just so you know, and I know we missed a week, and I get that. You guys usually see us downloaded on the certain days, so you guys can listen. But I had one of the greatest men alive that I ever met, the man I am named after, my grandfather, Neil, passed away, and I had to go to South Bend, Indiana, and deal with that. And it's, it was great to see family. Sad that, it's for the reason it was.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm named after him and I look like him, that didn't help any situation whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because so many people you look just like him.
My wife was looking at pictures of it, and she's like, "Neil looks just like his grandfather."
Yeah, and it didn't help that I went full suit and tie, like how he dressed, when he went to church all the time, and man, it was crazy. It was a lot of, I'm gonna say there were some good things about the trip. Like one. Didn't go. This is the only trip to Indiana where we didn't have one bad restaurant the entire time, and we went out to eat a lot.
Did you fly there, or did you drive?
Okay. So from Tulsa to Chicago, let's make this really straight. One, if you know what bereavement is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Bereavement flights is if someone passed away, you can get a discount. So if we got a bereavement flight, it would have took us 11 and a half hours to get to Chicago, which is the same time that it takes to drive. Yeah. So we just went and pooled our money so we could fly, but we had to fly from Tulsa to Chicago and not South Bend, because South Bend it'd have been like $1,600 a ticket.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah.
So we fly from Tulsa to Chicago, when we get to Chicago, from O'Hara, we got to take the subway to downtown Chicago, jump on a train called the South Shore Line. Well, the South Shore Line is still fixing its train tracks. So you go halfway down, then you got to jump on a bus. That bus takes you down to the next train station where there's another train waiting. And then I had to jump on that train to get to South Bend. It was a plane, a subway, a train, a bus, a train, and then a car on both sides, if you want to say that too. So if like we went in a boat, dude, we had all modes of transportation. All modes of transportation.
Damn.
But my wife discovered that Route 66 starts in Chicago, and I totally forgot that it did.
Yeah.
That it does. And we live off of Route 66 here in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So it was great. So we took some pictures there. And,
nice.
You know, we tried it, like I said earlier to you. I went to Comic-Con, and I totally swear, dude, they were selling things so cheap that we bought all the lowest lanes at one booth because the $40 it cost to buy all of them was the same amount of money as one of those comic books were.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that insane?
It's insane.
That's how cheap. Like, there's so many cheap prices. Like, if literally we had money and an extra suitcase, I would have freaking cleaned house and then came back here. I could have just put a table at the end of my driveway and sold things for more than what they were. There's like 4 celebrities, but I didn't hear of 2 of them. But one of them was the guy who played Abe in Hellboy, the fish guy. Yeah, and he also plays one of the aliens on Star Trek Discovery. The main celebrity they had there. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
Gosh, kill my face. It's a quesadilla.
Oh, they had John Heater there.
Yeah, John and Napoleon Dynamite. I didn't go over. I was there to be with my family, so I didn't like go star searching or anything like that. But that was the only 2 people that I knew. Like, I didn't know who the other people were.
Well, you know, it's Indiana. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it was really small too, dude. It wasn't like, you know, Planet Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I'm talking like there's like 5 rows inside like a convention center. Like, it was like back what it used to be like in the 90s.
I mean, you also got to think about like the pandemic slowed that stuff down quite a bit. So, you know, it's a bit different now.
I mean, I know that, but it's Comic-Con.
You know, I go to San Diego Friday through Tuesday.
For San Diego Comic-Con.
No, I'm just going to San Diego. My wife,
San Diego Comic-Con.
My wife, you know, you guys know she does skating. So RollerCon is a skate clinic down there, and she's going from 10 to 6 Saturday and Sunday. So,
dude, one of my best buddies that I knew back in the late 90s, early 2000s lives in San Diego. He used to work for me I worked with him, and then he was already there. We worked together at Denny's back in like the late 99, early 2000s. And him and his boyfriend, I don't know if they're married. They might be married after all these years. They might be husband. But they both live in San Diego.
Nice.
I should totally like hook them up with and see if I could get you 2 to meet. That'd just be real. You know how weird that'd be? Like 2 people from like 20 years apart, like meeting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be hanging out with my very good friend Ryan, who's also co-host of Record Night, my other podcast. He lives in San Diego, so I'll be seeing him and his wife over there.
Nice.
We'll be kicking it. We'll be kicking it like we used to.
And next week, both our movies are streaming, so that's going to be easy for you to, you know, you can watch it on the plane or, you know.
Well, I've watched both of them already, so.
Oh, well, never mind. I forgot my life was crazy, not yours.
Yeah.
Not yours. Yours has been perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all right. You know what, dude? I think we're long past due to start talking movies now.
I think we really are. I think I just had a lot to get off my chest. And
all right,
I'm
guys.
sorry for the long-winded talkingness. But movies that are awesome that we are watching. All right, the first movie that we watched today is Fresh. That came out March 4th on Hulu. Chris, tell us about Fresh.
Directed by Mimi Cave. She's done mostly music videos for like Vance Joy and Sleigh Bells. This is her first feature film. It's called Fresh, and it's on Hulu, which is Hulu's doing some shit. It's written by Lauren Kahn. Lauren Kahn has written things such as, she's like been she's done like additional crew for like the other guys and Step Brothers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but mostly she's just written shorts, and this is her first. Well, it's not her first, it's her second feature-length film, and it's. I don't want to talk too much about it because there's so much to give it. There's so much to go away. But this stars Daisy Edgar Jones as Noah.
I wasn't aware my eyeline fell under the jurisdiction of school rules.
Also, the amazing, beautiful, charming, handsome Sebastian Stan as Steve.
All of America talking about your fucking bronze.
Also, this stars JoJo T. Gibbs as Molly.
Tisha. You got skills. Okay. Hey.
Also, this also stars Andrea Bang as Penny and Deo Okiniya. I can't last name. As Paul, Charlotte Bon as Anne, and Brett Dyer as Chad. Why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for this?
The horrors of modern dating seen through one young woman's defiant battle to survive her new boyfriend's unusual appetite.
That's all we really want to say about that when it comes to the plot, right? Like,
yeah, because all right, so this is the thing, guys, about this movie. You're gonna go into this movie, you're gonna think it's one kind of movie.
Yeah.
Let's say rom-com.
Yeah.
Let's go rom-com.
Uh-huh.
And then actually, man, I am so off of my game today because we haven't done this, in a couple weeks. But here we go. Just like the fact says at the bottom of the thing, the title of the movie and the intro credits don't appear until 33 minutes into this movie. This movie, for the first 30 minutes, is one movie.
Yeah.
And then for the rest of it is a completely different other movie.
And it'll blow your fucking mind.
It is so much fun. This movie made me laugh, made me cry, made me shed tears of pure bloody joy.
Yeah, I had my wife watch this with me. She fucking loved it.
Yeah. This is probably man, this movie was great. I thought it was going to be cheesy. I didn't know exactly what I was getting into, and I thought it was going to be rom-com. Like, that's all it was. But then when that twist, the twist comes in, man, I was having a ball. Yeah. I was laughing, crying. Like, it was not crying as in I'm sad crying. I mean, like, it made me just feel good. Like, I was having a good time with this movie, man.
But it was like, why did Chris make you fucking watch this? And then you're like, oh, now I know why you made me watch this.
Yes. I was exactly that way, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because I only watched this. I watched this like 1 or 2 nights ago, and I was just like, okay, all right, Sebastian Stan. I like Sebastian Stan. Yeah.
You thought you thought that was my intro to get you into watching this, right? You're like, well, Sebastian Stan's in it, so that's why you made me watch it. But no.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, is there much that Sebastian Stan has done that I've not been a fan of? Yeah. I mean, everything from I, Tonya to, of course, playing Winter Soldier.
Was he in Monday? Was he in a movie called Monday that we reviewed?
Yes. He's also in The Devil I Know, or The Devil in All Time, or something like that.
Yeah,
the Devil All Time. Yeah. And man, I mean, he's been kicking butt for years. I mean, his first appearance? Well, I mean, he did Law and Order and stuff like that, but then he got in the King.
I used to say
Gossip Girl for a while.
I used to say that if you hadn't had a guest spot in Law and Order, you're not a real actor.
Oh yes, that's a true statement.
But Fresh. It's on Hulu. All of it's great. It looks great. The actors are great. It's completely believable, and it's apparently it's released under. I think this is a cool fact though. It's released under Walt Disney Studios to be.
This is a Walt Disney movie, dude.
Yeah.
Did you not know that?
No. But I do know it was originally supposed to come in theaters, and all that shit didn't happen. So Hulu bought the rights for it, and it's great. And again, I don't want. There's a twist that we don't give anything away. But so literally,
all right. So how do we talk about this without talking about twist? Okay. Sebastian Stan and Daisy going back and forth, their banter
Great
in
chemistry.
scenes was great chemistry. The twist that both of their characters do after the intro of, we're okay, what's the best way to say this?
There's several twists in this movie, not just one though. There's several.
Yeah, there's several twists, and one of the things is the fact that like both the main characters, Noah and Steve, kind of like exchange their dynamic. So all at the beginning, one's a powerful one and one's kind of the weaker one, and then after the 33 minutes, all of a sudden the other one's the weaker one and the other one's the powerful one.
It's crazy.
And the two of them literally take up, I'd say, at least 60% of this movie. Like 60% of this movie, it's all them. I mean, there are other characters that come in and out, and they're great, and everybody does their job well. I don't know if this movie will get a lot of like award talks or anything like that.
But I can tell you, I've been telling everyone I know about this movie and to go watch it. Because it's on Hulu Plus. A lot of people are going to think that either the genre or the platform it is going to indicate the type of movie this is. But this shit's top notch. Like all of it's great.
Yeah,
the acting, the writing, the score, the whole overall feeling of this movie is fucking crazy. And
this is one of those movies like when people say streaming movies aren't good. I'm like, you obviously haven't seen this.
Yeah, it's great, and it's just so it's hard to talk about without giving away. But I'm gonna recommend to everyone who's watching this show, if you haven't seen the Batman, you can go see that, and then when you go home, see if you have some time after the 3-hour movie, sit down and watch the Fresh on Hulu Plus, and
I believe this is a movie that you sit around with your friend, your buddies, or your girlfriend.
Your wife would be great. This is a great date movie.
Yeah, this is a great date movie. Only if you know the person like more than a week.
Yeah.
But let's not ruin people's dates.
So what happened is I sat down with my wife and I'm like, give it 10 minutes, and she gave it 10 minutes, and then after the intro came in, after the show card,
that's 30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, and she's like, oh my god. So
yes, it's good.
We both really enjoyed this. Sit down with your friends or your significant other that you've been with for more than a couple days, and I think you guys will like Fresh.
To be 100% honest, it goes from rom-com to being a thriller. So please, thriller horror movie kind of.
Yeah.
That's the best way to say it. And again, don't want to give away the twist, but the characters were great. It was fun. If you're looking for a serious movie, this is not you. This is not it.
No.
This is more of a, hey, let's just have a good time.
I mean, there are parts where you could be grossed out or horrified, but again, it's not. It doesn't take itself super seriously.
No, it doesn't. And it looks like just everybody had a good time filming this movie. And I like it when you can tell when people just had a good time, especially if you go see the interviews with Stan and Daisy, Sebastian Stan and Daisy Edgar Jones. They had a blast. You could tell.
Do you got quotes?
Oh, damn straight I have quotes.
All right.
Quotes from Fresh. Hey, have a good time finding a guy, you stuck up bitch.
Dude, my wife, she used to do dating sites, and I don't know if you know this, but almost every girl is on a dating site. If they turn down a guy and say, "Hey, I don't think it'll work," they always go to the most vile shit. Like they'll say,
always. I always feel so sorry for girls or guys. Like I'm sorry that I wasn't available for today. All the girls that deserved a good guy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Your niece said fuck you. Yeah, 4-year-olds are crazy. we can meet here next week to talk about, I don't know, maybe broccoli. Oh, look, we have something in common. Dead parents. Well, let's cheers to that. You're like the fancy cocktails, and I'm like a pancakes in the bag. I'm going to keep you alive as long as I can. She lost her mind, but I get why. I get why. What are you doing? Well, I'm taking your ass. I'm going to take a little time, but you're going to accept that things don't turn out the way you thought it was going to. I don't even know who I am anymore. Thank you for being a friend. Travel around the world again. This is like the 4th movie I think we've reviewed that has that song in it. Let's have dinner and see how curious you really are. The world's about giving, and giving to yourself over somebody else. You know how I knew you were special? Because you're fucked up too. I feel like if that I had an imaginary friend, I wouldn't name her Noah. It would be like Sean Connery. I guess we finished all the hope. No, there's plenty of more hope left. You saved the breast for last? Come on, give me a smile. Bitches like you are the fucking problem.
All right. So I'm gonna give my score first.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
I give this one a 4.1.
Yeah. I'm not arguing with you on this one. I 100% agree. I think this is one of the funner movies we've had in quite a while. It was just fun, lighthearted. I mean, lighthearted. Yeah. I guess I should say it's lighthearted. It's lighthearted to a point, but then if you see it and you'll be like, I don't know why this guy thought this was lighthearted. Don't think I'm a weirdo just because I got body parts in a jar in my house. Which I do. I really do. But I think it was fun. It was whimsical. The 2 main actors' chemistry was there. It worked out perfect. Nothing better. I mean, great film. If you have an opportunity, go watch this.
Go watch this. So what I'm on Rotten Tomatoes right now. What do you think the audience score in this movie is?
78%.
81%.
Off by 3.
Yeah.
Damn, I still got it, man. So in 2 weeks, I still got it.
Yeah. So what's the critic score on this one?
Oh, they're going to be more harsh. So I would say about 64.
82%. Certified fresh.
Oh, they're actually higher. What? All right. What's the consensus?
Critic consensus is, as gripping as is upsetting, Fresh makes a provocative meal out of the horror of modern dating. There we go. Perfect.
I mean, what a great debut for a brand new director, Mimi Cave, because this is her first movie.
Her first, yeah.
Because she's only done, because she's done music videos and stuff like that. This is her first movie.
It's great. It's perfect. It's shot well. It has a feel to it, and it has the worst fucking cover for a movie, the worst poster, but the movie itself is amazing.
Dude, you know what? Again, I am slacking today. I'm slacking. There it is. There it is. There's the movie poster.
It's a pretty horrible poster, right?
Yeah. And man, I'm even slacking too, because I even had the Indiana whiskey bottle right there. Sweet.
But you didn't mention what today the holiday is, dude.
Oh, what the holiday is?
Yeah, what's today's holiday?
What?
You sit there and you thump your Bible and you say your prayers and it didn't get you anywhere. Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says I just whipped your ass.
So
yes, we are recording on March 16th, which this week is like one of my favorite weeks of the year.
Oh yeah?
You get National Pie Day.
Okay, yeah.
You get National Stone Cold Steve Austin Day. Austin 3:16. You get St. Patty's Day.
Oh yeah, that's tomorrow, right?
That's fucking. I'm working a gig all day tomorrow.
What's your gig? Who's playing tomorrow? Flogging Molly?
No. I'm just working out in St. Patty's Day
Okay.
Festivities out of Kilkenny's here in Tulsa. And then on Sunday is my wonderful, beautiful wife's birthday.
Yeah. So
and I'm having a shindig here with like 20 people staying at my house. I don't know how many people exactly.
Real quick, can you have a pint on there for St. Patty's Day?
Oh, I don't know.
You think they'd let you?
I'm
Right?
driving all. I'm making sure that if that's what they want to do, I will have a pint drinking contest with them to see who can drink it fastest. Because I know there's one guy that works the morning show. He's going to be there, and it's the area he usually hangs out in because he lives like a block away.
Yeah.
So like, I'm going to be like, you want to take some drinks? You want to drink a pint?
So you have news? But just so you guys know, you will talk about, but the Batman is the main course today. But if you have news, let's talk some news, right?
Yeah, let's talk some news. This is the Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do news segment. I tell Chris stuff because he's Amish and doesn't read electronical items.
He's right.
Amish guy, Amish guy, Amish guy.
What you got
Amish
for me?
guy.
What you got for me? I'm ready for it.
Remember This Is 40?
Yeah, of course I remember the movie with it was
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
It was the sequel to Knocked Up.
Yeah, it was. It's directed by Judd Apatow. Yeah.
Judd Apatow, Paul Rudd, and Leslie Mann are all signed for the sequel to This Is 40, which more likely will be called
This Is 50.
This Is 50.
Real quick. So did you relate to This Is 40 when you turned 40?
No, because I don't have kids.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's the one thing. Like people are just like, you should be, if you have kids and da 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 da. Yeah, so they are already all on board for this. I can't wait. Anything with Paul Rudd, I'm there.
He's so handsome.
So it's just not handsomeness. It's just like I feel like he's just a dude. Like I could go hang out with him.
Is he ever gonna age ever?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one day. But he's right now. He's still
One day.
Right
When
now
he's
still
105.
amazing. Okay. Yeah. I think he'll always be handsome. I think that's the case. He'll be fit. He'll be 100 years old, and you're like, that's a really good looking old dude. Next one.
He-Man. Dun, 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 dun. Masters of the Universe reboot will tell the origin story of He-Man. That's right, with Kyle Allen, who played from West Side Story, to don the furry Speedos of He-Man, and Aaron Nee will play, believes he is the perfect actor to start as the character's heroic story from the beginning. Yeah, it's going to be an origin story, so can't wait for that.
Do we have like an ETA when that's coming out?
No, they're working on it right now.
All right.
That's all we got.
Get to work.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
I don't know what more you want than that. Spider-Man spin-off movie Madam Web has just casted Euphoria's Sydney Sweeney to play in the new movie.
We like her. We like Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, Dakota Johnson is already in it. I guess she's supposedly going to be Madam Web.
Okay.
Dakota Johnson's role has not, of course, been told yet because let's just be honest, it's a comic book movie, and you know how hush hush those stay.
Yeah, they don't want to talk about it. Yeah,
they don't want to talk about it. Aquaman confirms he will be playing the villain in Fast and the Furious 10.
Oh, Jason Momoa will be the villain?
Jason Momoa will be the villain in Fast and the Furious 10.
I can't wait. Honestly, it's just so strange. When's the last time Jason Momoa was like a bad guy? You know?
I'm gonna say Game of Thrones.
Was he called Drogo a really bad guy? Because we kind of root for him a little bit.
Dude, he freaking raped his wife all the time. Yeah, in front of people. I mean, he turned good at the end. Right. I get that.
Yeah, I thought it was really weird for people to just be like, "He's cool now." I was like, "Really? Is he cool now? Like, is he really?" But no, he's just. every time I see Jason Momoa do an interview or or anything like that, I'm like, he's just such a badass. I love him. But yeah.
Remember the 90s movie White Men Can't Jump?
Yeah.
Reboot.
I think you told me about this.
Jack Harlow will be playing the character, Jack Harlow, the musician, who it will be taking place after a slam dunk competition. Yeah, right? I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't know if they need to reboot it. Really.
I don't know, man. I don't either. Bill Burr is going to be writing, directing, and starring in Old Dads is the name of the movie, a comedy for Miramax.
I will see anything Bill Burr does. 1%.
The comedy is based on his own life and Ben Teasler's lives. Miramax, he says Miramax has been awesome to work with, and they think that people are really going to enjoy this movie. Burr is one of the top comedic voices of his generation.
100%.
I totally agree with that, because Bill Burr is amazing. Because he gives no fucks. I just feel like he's just one of those guys that no fucks are getting.
He's hilarious, too. I love Bill Burr.
Are you ready for this? A third Poirier movie to come.
Oh, so they've already confirmed this one after Death in the
Yes. It's already in the works. 20th Century Studios says it will be very different than Death of the Nile. We have the Poirier franchise. We have other Christie stories. I love these films. I love Ken. Let me see. We have a third script written by Michael Green. It is a pretty daring shift in the genre and in tone. It's a post-war Venice and an adaptation of one of the lesser-known novels. So I think it'll be awesome, and you will definitely see the epic mustache again.
So the thing is about these, that Death on the Orient Express or that Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile, and you and I both thought that Death on the Nile was different, like in tone and how it felt, how dark it was compared to the Murder on the Orient Express, and I wasn't really on board with the until the second one. I wasn't on board with this being a franchise, but I can't wait to see this guy again. I can't wait to see Kenneth Branagh put the mustache on again. So, but
wow, really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited.
The number one song downloaded for the last 2 weeks or played on Spotify.
Something in the Way
is Something in the Way by Nirvana.
I gotta say, man, I saw when we saw the preview for the Batman. I don't know if you avoided it or not, but the preview for it and they played that fucked up version, Something in the Way. I can't find that version anywhere. But of course, I knew this song right away. I don't know, playing guitar. It's super easy. It's 2 chords all the time.
Yeah, it's probably just a remix. It's probably on the soundtrack. Okay. I'd look for the Batman soundtrack.
Okay, but it's 2 chords. If you guys want to learn guitar, I can come to my place. I'll teach it to you in 10 minutes at the very most. It's super easy. But it's a great song.
I just saw this thing earlier today where this guy was like, it said, I'm not a psychiatrist, but if you Venmo me $25, I'll give it a shot for an hour. Like, it has, okay, so the song Something in the Way by Nirvana has increased by, and I'm not lying, it says it right here on the nice little screen I'm reading, 1,200%.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I listened to it. I mean, I'm a big Nirvana guy. I'm a big fan of Nirvana.
Yeah.
Always been.
But
the first song. But by the way, I want to mention the first song I teach every girlfriend I've ever had on guitar. Then when I was on guitar, I teach them
How
the
many
opening.
girlfriends do you have?
Not anymore, just one. My wife. But I teach them how to play "Come as You Are." I teach them play the opening to "Come as You Are," and that's it. But what were you saying? I'm sorry.
I can't remember. What was I saying? You interrupted me, and that was the end of it, dude.
Sorry, dude.
You know what? You know what you do to me. Will Forte, the awesome actor, is going to be joining none other than John Cena for the Wile E. Coyote versus Acme movie.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait, dude.
I'm very excited.
As long as Wile E. Coyote doesn't talk at all, I'll be happy.
Nice. Florence Pugh is now in
Pugh, yes.
Dune 2.
Florence Pugh. Dude.
She's going to be playing the princess. I can't remember her name right now.
God damn, dude. This is hard for me because I really love Dune. In part 2, I couldn't wait. I cannot.
The new Dune. The new Dune is amazing.
Yeah, dude. Florence Pugh's in it now. I can't even. I'm
there. I'm going crazy. What are you talking about?
Just film it already. I want to see it. God damn it.
The director of Free Guy just got a new gig.
What's that?
He is now the director of Deadpool 3.
Shit, because he didn't direct the Adam Project as well? The one that with the movie we were reviewing next week?
We're going to watch for next week that you've already watched, and I haven't. And him and Ryan Reynolds are trying really hard to get a specific actor for the movie.
Will tell us who it is?
Oh,
sorry.
You know him. It rhymes with Pulverine. And you wonder whose balls he had to suck because they're really soft down under.
I bet. Do you think Hugh Jackman would do it? Do you think he would?
Dude, I hope he does. Come on. Just one time, give me Wolverine and Deadpool. Wolverine being all serious and gruddy and gold, whatever.
Yeah.
And because, I mean, Logan's supposed to be taking place like way in the future.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, he can easily just come back. And if he's aged a little bit, oh my God, whoopie-doo. It's Wolverine. Just don't make him work out so hard where he has to take his shirt off and stuff, and he'll be fine.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
One of my favorite movies, and a guy whose clip that we're going to be using here in just a second, is becoming a series on Netflix.
What's the series?
The series is called The Gentleman, and it'll be directed and written by Guy Ritchie.
Really? I know that was your number one movie a couple of years ago. That movie.
Oh, I love The Gentleman. Mm-hmm. I still watch it to this day. Like I literally when I watched that clip last night, I literally changed what I had and changed it to
The Gentleman. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, let's see here. Another reason for us to make that trip to Hollywood, bro.
Boys trip.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Universal Studios Hollywood will be creating a new place to hang out in their park.
Mm-hmm.
And it is called Super Nintendo World.
Damn, dude. Just nostalgia all the way.
Nostalgia all in my face, bro. All in my face. I'm guessing they're going to have Mario Kart and go-karts, right?
They have to, right?
They have to at some point.
And what to figure out, you think they may do an electronic thing where you should have shelled someone and maybe just slow them down a bit instead of making it flip upside down and break their neck. But yeah, I can see a Mario Kart being there.
They said guests will have a chance to gear up with merchandise such as Mario and Luigi theme apparel, iconic character hats, a selection of plush dolls from everybody. Basically, Super Nintendo World. Joining voices, the park extension features attractions based on Nintendo characters. That's all it says. It doesn't say what it got.
Dude, yeah, we'll be there, nerds, all the way.
We're all the way. Blue Beetle has hired Harvey, the movie, which is based off the superhero.
Which one?
Blue Beetle.
Oh no, which franchise? DC or Marvel?
DC.
Okay. You writing this down or something?
I know somebody just. I'm getting weird text messages ever since I went to Chicago. I think I signed up for something. So Harvey Gallian, Bruno Marquis, and Bellis Escobar. The only one out of those that everybody really knows right now. Well, I mean, Belicia Escobar was in the Baker and the Beauty, and Hocus Pocus 2. But Harvey Gillian is the only one everybody knows, and that's who plays Guillermo in What We Do in Shadows, the TV show. So those three have all signed up. A sequel everybody's been wanting to see more than anything in the world. Puss in Boots 2 is coming out, and they just cast Selma Hayek, Florence Pugh, Harvey Keitel and Olivia Colman.
Not Antonio Banderas. I mean, he was Puss in Boots, right?
No, he's in it. Yeah,
Okay,
he's in it already. I mean, he's the first one, but that's everybody that's a good cast right there.
Sure. I mean, I love them all.
I mean, hopefully they do it well. Returning to the comedy scene. It'll be animated, but two classic guys that gave us great hits like A.A. Ron. Yes, that's right. Kate and Peele will renew for an animated outing from Henry Selick. And it is called Wendell and Wild.
I'll see it.
It has, so far, in this movie, they have Henry Selick, who did Coralina, The Nightmare Before Christmas. In addition to Kate Peele, the cast also includes Lyric Ross from This Is Us, Angela Bassett, James Hong from Turning Red, Tamara Smart, Natalie Martinez, Gabriel Dennis, Maxine Peake, Romy and King. I mean, this is like a big list of people. Ving Rhames, Gary Gatewood.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, it just keeps going on and on and on. It says it's Wendell and Wild, who enlist the aid of a 13-year-old Kate Illo, a tough teen with a load of guilt to summon them to the land of the living. But what Kate demands in return leads to a brilliantly bizarre and comedic adventure like no other.
Nice. I'm excited, dude.
So that's it. And last but not least, Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay,
by the way, I tell our fans are getting antsy to hear our thoughts on the Batman. But yeah, go ahead.
I know. All right. Last but not least, the sequel we all have actually been wanting to see. Will Smith, Michael B. Jordan, I Am Legend 2.
Man, I like the first one.
So did I. How do you improve on the first one?
Include Michael B. Jordan.
Include Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You just have to throw Michael B. Jordan in there. He has to be your homeboy. He has to be ready.
But again, I'm tired of sequels and reboots. But I think we got a good year coming up when it comes to stuff like that, though. Really, I have hope in my heart for the movies that we're seeing.
I want it not to be a sequel, but more of like just a continuance of the story. You know what I mean?
Maybe they'll see the dog in this one.
I've already been so sad. Why do you gotta bring up that, man? Why do you gotta bring up the dog dying?
By the way, how is Alistair? He's great.
My Alistair is great, yes,
okay.
But I know what you're talking about. All right, so hit that outro and let's do this, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to talk this movie. That was the Movies Don't Suck and Some of Them News segment. That's when I tell Chris, a 422-year-old man, about stuff that's on the internet, something that he thinks is what fuels his fiber bars.
Dude, you're older than me. Come on here.
I know. It's hilarious.
So we are
so
finally
funny.
talking the Batman, right?
Batman.
Directed by Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves has directed such things as he wrote and directed Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which I love those movies. I actually really fucking love those Planet of the Apes movies. Dawn and War. Planet of the Apes. Directed Cloverfield. Directed Let Me In, the American version of the Let the Right One In, which they didn't need to make, but if anyone's gonna direct it, Matt Reeves is a good one. This is written by. Sorry, I should have this stuff up, but written by Matt Reeves, Peter Craig, and of course Bill Finger is the guy who created Batman. But Peter Craig's written things such as Bad Boys for Life.
Well, it's not just Bill Finger. There's Bob Kane too.
Sorry.
Bob Kane and Bill Finger.
Okay, The Town.
Bill Finger was the guy that wasn't put on the things for the longest time, and then now they add him to.
Well, they had a great writer, Peter Craig. He wrote things like Bad Boys for Life. Both the Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1 and 2. The Town, which I fucking love. The Town. And he's also wrote Top Gun, The Maverick, the story, and he's also doing the screenplay for Gladiator 2. which is I guess is happening. This stars the amazing, the beautiful, the ever sexy Robin Pattinson as Bruce Wayne / Batman.
The second you got here, went to the booze and you got fucked up, but that's fine.
So
That's just who you are. You're a fuck up.
And then we have Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle, or Catwoman.
Okay, so here's how not to plan a career. 1, split up with boyfriend.
Also, Jeffrey Wright, the amazing ever Jesse Wright, as Lieutenant James Gordon.
We're fucked!
And then we have Colin Farrell as Oz, or you guys might know him as the Penguin.
You are embarrassing yourself here, lads.
And we have Paul Dano as the Riddler in this.
Yes, the devil is in your hands and I will fuck it out.
All right, dude. Why don't you read the storyline of this one?
There's a storyline?
There is. It's just one sentence.
Well, it looks like it is one sentence. When the Riddler, a sadistic serial killer, begins murdering key political figures in Gotham, Batman is forced to investigate the city's hidden corruption and question his family's involvement.
So, of all the Batmans, this is arguably the darkest of them all, right? One of the things I want to mention is that this is also the movie that actually shows Batman being the world's greatest detective. You didn't see that in the other movies, but this movie.
Well, I mean, not okay. All right, I'll agree, but not agree.
Okay.
On that.
Okay.
It's he's learning to be the world's greatest detective.
But this is the first
because he needs Alfred's help and stuff like that here.
But you will agree that this is the first movie that really focuses on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the millions of Batman movies, this is the one where you see him being a detective, which is great.
This is where because this takes place in his second year of him being Batman.
We didn't need to see like the origin story, which is great. They went in as he's Batman the second year. Yeah.
Yeah, which is a lot longer than Christian Bale's Batman the entire trilogy. Not 16 months.
Yeah.
Way further than that. But yeah, this is a story about Batman, becoming Bruce Wayne and Batman, becoming all of that, and so I like it because fact number one about this movie right there at the bottom of my screen, it was confirmed early on that Robert Pattinson signed a 3-picture deal with Warner Brothers, so this is just the first.
Which I'm really glad because when I heard people were speculating on this would be a standalone like Joker, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, this is a 3-movie trilogy. Because I gotta tell you, as soon as I walked out of this, I was like, "Can we get more?"
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, and I'm gonna say this, and it is a 3-hour movie. Felt like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's 2 hours 57 minutes, guys. And
if
you can say till the end, there's something a stinger at the very end, but it's nothing like that gives away the plot. It's just there.
Yeah, I almost forgot my cell phone walking out.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, "Hey man, you got your cell phone?" And I noticed they were sitting down and the credits were going.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, thank you very much. Hey, by the way, there's no end credit scene. It's just a little question mark with a website that you can go," which I went to and I did all the stuff.
Yeah, apparently they said that you keep on being updated.
Yeah, and like right now it's like all the information that was from the movie and pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was really cool. But the Batman, like this cast and crew, Colin. Okay, first I'm trying to figure out where to start with this movie, dude.
Okay,
it's like what? What can I talk about? What? Anyway,
you sit there.
So this movie, man, where do I start? It's just so hard.
By the way, we'll let viewers know again, or listeners know again, that after we give our initial review, stick around, Niels, and we're gonna get deep into this shit.
We're gonna both get deep in this afterwards, and I'm trying not to get to that part yet.
Yeah.
Okay, the things that we know. Let's go with things we know. Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, both of them, Batman, Catwoman. We all know that. All know that. That's
fantastic.
And Jeffrey Wright. The three of them playing off of each other as their key parts,
So
as
good.
Commissioner or Lieutenant James Gordon, Bruce Wayne, or Batman Bruce Wayne, and Selena Kyle,
So
Catwoman.
good.
Oh, so fucking good. Like they should be in like 500 movies together.
So listen. I actually really like the Nolan things, but the thing Nolan thing doesn't get right is the Batman and Catman woman, and this one gets it right.
Oh, it felt right. And I'm going to tell you a little in the spoiler section of this. I will tell you everything where that all comes from, and that's really cool. But then let's talk about Colin Farrell.
Dude,
Colin Farrell.
unrecognizable.
Was he even in this movie?
Right?
Because I didn't see him once. I didn't see him one fucking time in this whole movie.
Did they need him
Not
though?
one time. He was the character. He didn't look like Colin Farrell. He didn't sound like Colin Farrell. He was Penguin. Oh, one due fact. Like he just, as soon as he was there, it was just like, yeah, he's here, man. And then another Andy Serkis
Alfred
for Alfred and how he played him. Again, it's a representation from a certain comic book and stuff like that, and I'll talk about that in the spoiler part. But man, his representation on his play on Alfred and his, him and Bruce Wayne figuring out their relationship at this part of their life and stuff like that is amazing. Paul Dano,
dude,
as the Riddler,
dude.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't know if
whole
I didn't know what to think when they cast him as the Riddler. And you guys, just so you know, the Riddler is not this green suit wearing Jim Carrey character. He's completely different in this movie.
No, he's a darker character. The thing is that I guess it's not really spoiling it if I say what comics.
Oh, no, not at all. You're not.
No. So that there's 3 or 4 comics that this movie is literally like fucking grabbing the best parts of and putting it all together. One being The Long Halloween, one being Year One, one being Earth One. There was even there's Year One, there's Long Halloween, there was that, and then gosh dang it, there's another one. Oh, Hush.
Yeah.
Hush. So that's kind of where they get. So the 4 darkest Batman stories that are standalone comic books. Oh, and the Court of Owls too. Yeah. The Court of Owls. So these comic books is what Matt Reeves read and was like, man, because let's just be honest, the people that write those comics, I mean, especially like Stealing from the Court of Owls, which is Scott Snyder, one of the best comic today's best comic of all time. Screw it, of all time, one of the best comic book writers, story wise. I mean, literally, this movie was just, man, it was showing that Batman was learning that he shouldn't be vengeance, that he should be more about hope.
Yeah.
And it was just, everybody did their part. It was dark. It was gritty.
I want to mention John Turturro, Peter Sarsgaard, just like even the smart parts they played. Just everyone did their part, man, and it's crazy. It's 3 hours long, but don't let that scare you.
No.
And according to the box office returns, it didn't scare a lot of people.
No, I mean, this is over $600 million already. Yeah. 2 weeks, $600 million, like that. And to be honest, it is gritty. It's new. And the reason I like this story so well is because you get to see Batman learning. You get to see him becoming the Batman more than, I mean, already. And you get to see how people's perspective of Batman or how they even change throughout the film. Where, at one point, this ain't really spoiling anything, but at one point, there's an officer that's like, hey, you can't be here. And then later on in that movie, that same officer was like, it's like, hey man, do you need this? Do you need that? What else do you need? You know, like, so it's like you can see that people are learning to make that this is a norm for them. And I mean, there's little things like the movie fact I have up right now that just is awesome that Matt Reeves put in there. Like,
read it to people who listen to the podcast and know it is.
Yeah. So if you're listening to the podcast, well, the fact I have up there right now is this is the first version of Batman to directly address the black eye makeup under the cowl. And, in all previous films, when they rip, even in Batman Return, right before he rips off the cowl, the makeup disappears underneath the mask. But no one's ever putting on the black makeup. No one does. But you can see, I mean, all of them. Keaton, Clooney, Bale, Val Kilmer, all of them had the black eye makeup.
I want to mention something real quick, and this is really cool. I thought that when I saw this after I was walking out, I was thinking, in every other Batman movie, you'd be like, well, of course, people are going to use guns on them. In this one, they do use guns on them, but they explain why it doesn't hurt them. I love the bat suit in this. I really do. I think it's perfect.
Did you notice the bat symbol?
I mean, just a little bit. It's just
on his chest.
Yeah.
It was made from parts of a gun.
I like how homemade it looks. You can see the stitching and the cowl that he wears. But this movie, it's more realistic than any Batman movie you'll see. It's darker and it's grittier. It's violent. It's scary.
And the reason why is because where Matt Reeves gets his influence, not just from those comics, but he got his influence also from one of my favorite, probably one of your favorite movies, if I remember correctly, Seven.
Yeah. Okay, so I see that now.
He has a lot of we'll talk about that again in the spoiler thing, but he based a lot of things in this off of John Doe from Seven.
Yeah.
Okay. So to have those kind of influences, I mean, you're already The Long Halloween, Court of Owls, Year One, these are comic books, guys, that if you're a Batman fan and you've never read a Batman comic, you've only seen the movies, these are the comic books I would tell you to go read right now. If you want to get darker and gritty and into that. But everybody played their part so well. I cannot talk enough about how much I love this movie.
All right, so do you want to give some quotes and then we'll do our score? And then
we'll do our score and go right to the spoiler part?
Yeah,
let's do that. 2 years of night, and I've turned now into a nocturnal animal. Fear is just another tool. They think I'm hiding in the shadows, but I am the shadows. Who are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
I'm sorry, I don't want to read too much, but I want to mention this real quick before I forget it. So I've been seeing the Morbius trailer. I don't know. For every movie, I've seen the Morbius trailer. I don't know, for every movie I've seen.
Morpheus?
Yeah, Morbius. Yeah. For the past, I don't know, year and a half. They changed it and made it actually look like it's something interesting. Because the trailer before that was fucking garbage. It looked awful.
Yeah, it was.
But the new trailer is actually, they revamped it. And I'm like, okay, now I'm kind of interested.
I will kill again and again until the truth of our city is Oh, wow, I can't read what I said.
Unmasked.
Unmasked, thank you. Sorry, it's a very dark movie.
Yeah, I got you.
And I write in a theater. This town is a powder keg, and the Riddler is the match. What good is a safety net if it don't catch anybody? I would love to go over every gory detail with you, Bat Boy, but these assholes are coming back. I got you. Okay, can't read any of that. What's this? Good cop, bat shit cop? You need a father, and all you got was me instead.
You trying not to give anything away?
Yeah, I do. No. It's that, and also, I'm not trying to give anything away. And also on top, it's a really dark movie, dude. A packed movie theater, so I couldn't really use my cell phone like I do sometimes.
Yeah.
a little light. Every winter, a baby dies because of the cold. You scared me all like it takes fear and smart violence. You want to give them change? We will give them real change. Who are you? I'm vengeance. Things will get worse before they get better. The city is angry and scared. It will be fun. It will be fun going on an adventure. The Bat and the Cat.
That's it?
That's it.
All right, so
That's what I got.
you score first on this one.
Oh. I'm going to say it. I'm going to get criticized. People are going to make fun of me. People are going to hate me. But easily a 4.9. This is, to me, besides 89 Batman, the best Batman movie of all time. This is like, I have a lot of argument going back and forth between this and 89 Batman in my head. And yeah, I like The Dark Knight here and there. So The Dark Knight's one of the top Batman movies. Mm-hmm. And if you like something that didn't follow any of the comic books or anything like that, Dark Knight probably is a really good movie. But between those three, it's like a dead tie with me with these. Because to be honest, even though I give Christopher Nolan shit all the time because he never read a comic book in his life, I guess. Those three just like... this is a really good one, man, and I can't wait for this trilogy. I can't wait.
So my score is 2.9. I'm joking. No, my score is a 4.5 on this one. It's a fantastic movie. It sets it up with being completely separate. It's Robert Pattinson is a great Batman, way better than Christian Bale in my opinion. Way better Batman than Christian Bale, and
damn straight.
And it's a great movie. If people say, should I see New Batman? I'm like, yeah, you should see New Batman. If you like Batman, you'll like this one. And to me, it's neck and neck with The Dark Knight. I love The Dark Knight, but I made a little bit more than this. But this is an amazing Batman movie. I can't wait to see the rest of the trilogy. It makes as a person, like as me, it's the more appealing Batman when it comes to
and it makes a lot of sense just the way things are done in this movie. And like it just, the characters flow so easily. And it's a detective story. It's not just I'm Batman and I got gadgets. I don't even think you see a gadget for half the fucking movie.
No. Why don't you go ahead and guess the critic score? I'm sorry, the audience score on this one.
Has to be a 97.
No, 88%.
They're that low?
They have a consensus for the audience too.
Oh, what's it?
It's long, but the Batman looks and sounds great, and its grounded take on Gotham is a solid fit for this Caped Crusader. I'm sure there's just some haters on it, though. Like I mean, you know. Okay, so now what's the critic score on this one?
91.
85.
Damn it, at least they went higher. But anyway.
Critics' consensus is a grim, gritty, and gripping super noir. The Batman ranks among the Dark Knight's bleakest and most thrillingly ambitious live-action outings. So, guys, we're about to spoil the fuck out of this movie. We're gonna give you 10 seconds.
I'm gonna spoil the living shit out of this movie.
We're gonna give you 10 seconds to step away. And next week we're doing the Adam Project and Turning Red. So come back for that. But if you don't want to, if you haven't seen the Batman, if you don't want to hear anything about it, it's your chance to turn it off. So we're gonna.
In fact, I know exactly what you should play for them because it is 3/16 day.
All right.
Play that clip for them, and this is your warning. After this, we're going into the spoiler.
You sit there and you thump your Bible and you say your prayers, and it didn't get you anywhere. Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says I just whipped your ass.
All right.
All right.
The chase scene in this is one of the best I've seen in years.
Oh, the chase scene in this movie was great. All right, so to go back to what I was talking about earlier about so the Riddler is 100% based off of John Doe from Seven.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I even wrote some notes. Well, I typed them up this time. But what is it? Oh yeah, from John Doe. Rambling Diaries, small apartment that is dirty and really scuzzy, and the Riddler even gets the cops and Batman to do his bidding, just like John Doe did in Seven in this movie, and that was just ridiculous. There is so much though taken from Batman Year One. In Batman Year One, Riddler was a mad bomber in the comic book. Also, a Taxi Driver kind of influence because, like, both of them.
You can see that. You can sort of definitely see that in this.
Yeah, because like Batman even had a cleaner diary, just like Robert De Niro, you know, with his journal and everything like that. The Long Halloween, again, movie starts on Halloween Day, just like The Long Halloween.
Yeah.
And Falcone is the target from the villain Holiday in The Long Halloween, but in this one it's the Riddler. So it's like they really played around with like a lot of parts here that was really cool with me. In Batman's comic book Year One or Earth One, because Earth One is a different Batman comic book than Year One. In Earth One, Penguin was the mayor, and he had the Thomas Wayne killed because of all the stuff, which is the exact storyline they had with Falcone.
Yeah.
And in The Long Halloween, Falcone actually was saved by Thomas Wayne in a surgery, like they said in this movie. Like, it was so many times. There's so many references to all these great Batman comic books that I'm a huge fan of.
Right.
Like, do you have any questions that you saw of anything that you're like?
No, it was really just relying on you to to fill it in.
So here we go. Here's kind of a spoiler. I don't know what it is exactly. But do you remember all the face painted people at the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, definitely.
And there's one that had a face painted in half.
Yeah.
Then he was like the new recruit or whatever. That is actually, let me look at his name. That is Jay Lycuro. And he plays Tim Drake, the third Robin, in Titans.
Nice, okay.
On the TV show.
Nice.
And I was like, I saw him and I was like, oh, it's Tim Drake in this motherfucker. I was like, oh, but that's not what happened. I already told you the bat symbol is made from a gun. Obviously, Batman put away Joker.
Yeah.
Earlier at some point because he was in Arkham.
Yeah, you can hear him laughing.
Let's see here. I wrote down Nirvana, Something in the Way. The song is about homelessness and despair and basically a reflection of what Gotham was at that time. Reporter to expose the Waynes. Reporter was to Thomas. Okay, the reporter thing. It literally, the timeline, if you set it up or think about it for a second, Bruce Wayne and the Riddler both became orphans because they never say that the reporter is Riddler's dad,
right?
But they really much reflect that it is.
Sure.
The entire time they would have became orphans within 3 weeks of each other.
Interesting. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's why it's so weird that it's like a reflection of both of them and like where they went. One had money, one didn't.
You're really not as smart as I thought you were.
Yeah, right. The twins at the Iceberg Lounge at the door.
Sure.
Matt
and Chris Owen
they're from Teen Wolf.
Okay.
I guess they're werewolves on the Teen Wolf thing. But the reflection of how Batman, Bruce Wayne, whatever, gets into Iceberg Lounge, the 3 times he does it, is the 3 ways that Batman or Bruce Wayne or whatever solves crime in the comics and stuff like that. 1, straight up as a violent freaking Batman, beat the shit out of you, Batman. The second way that he went in was him acting, I'm Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne is a billionaire.
Yeah.
So like people were like, oh yeah, it's Bruce Wayne. You got to let him just in.
Mhm.
And the third one was disguising himself amongst the people, which he just disguised himself, went in with a hoodie on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just went through. And that in the comics is literally how he always solves crimes. So I thought that was really cool.
Uh-huh. It's a I mean the Catman Batman thing, they got that so right. Like didn't seem cheesy. It didn't seem like
the Catwoman?
Yeah. Did I say Catwoman?
Oh yeah. Because they even reflect kind of like Batman Returns, or like, where they where Catwoman and Batman just automatically have a bond together when they meet in real life.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about this part is when they kissed. I was like, that's kind of like pushing it, right? Like I like the movie a lot. I gave it 4.5, but like when it comes to like them kissing, I didn't get that far from it. I was like, I don't know about that, but
yeah, I totally get you there, man. I understand that. Batman Year One influences Catwoman because Catwoman in Batman Year One, and I don't have you ever read Year One?
No.
She's a sex worker.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And she has a blonde living with her that dies.
Okay. So like this one.
So I mean, like that's just like a complete reflection
Yeah.
of exactly who this character is in this movie. And she just has a lot of cats around all the time in the in that, So also the scene where Catwoman breaks in into the police crime scene is almost a reflection of the Long Halloween, except for she was in the Long Halloween trying to get a ledger. In this movie, she was trying to get a passport.
Right.
Now, this is we're talking some deep cuts. This motherfucker did some deep cutting. And Matt Reeves, I love Matt Reeves. I wish I could have a conversation with that son bitch. Me and him would have a great Batman conversation.
You want to be like,
Are you ready for
how did you
some-
just select this? How did you choose to put this in the movie? How did you just do that one, right?
Yeah, like, well, here, the police commissioner. Remember, the police commissioner is not Jim Gordon
Right.
yet. It is Pete Savage.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Savage was a character, like a lower known character, in this show called
Gotham?
Batman.
Okay. All right. Oh,
In 1966, Batman.
with Adam West.
Yes.
Okay.
And he was only in one episode. And you know what episode that was?
What episode is that?
The episode with Vincent Price played Egghead. And Pete Savage was the character that Egghead was trying to manipulate or get over or whatever.
Interesting. I thought.
Oh, no. You what interesting?
Yeah.
This is the deepest fucking cut in the entire fucking movie. I mean, this is so deep, dude, that nobody except for like super nerds could have got this. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So, in 1970s, there was a show, they tried to bring Batman and Adam West Batman and Burt Ward Robin back to the small screen. And there's a little movie they did called The Legends of Superheroes. And they even brought the guy who played Riddler in the TV series back. In that movie, in that little TV movie, Riddler is trying to bomb the city, and Batman is beating him up, trying to figure out where the bomb is. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
All right. Now, the creator of that show, of that Legends of the Superheroes, where they're trying to reamp, like Hawkman was in it too, and Green Lantern and all that stuff. The creator's name was Bill Cartrutters. All right. He is thanked in the credits at the end of the Batman And the street the Riddler was on, where that diner that he was sitting in when they go to get him, was Cartwrights Avenue.
Nice.
On the sign.
Nice.
So literally, he got some ideas from that. Now, Alfred, being like more of a bodyguard, and I'm supposed to protect the Waynes, and I did not do my job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because usually, Alfred is the bodyguard.
Right.
Not the bodyguard, but the butler.
Uh-huh.
Like, he's the old man butler, and I'm just taking care of you because, originally in the comic book Earth 1, that's where Alfred was a bodyguard and where he taught Bruce Wayne to be Batman, fighting, stuff like
Batman,
that. Mm-hmm. The Martha Wayne, where she kills her dad, or where Martha Wayne's mother kills her dad and then herself.
Mm-hmm.
And their last name's Arkham, like Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
That's all from Earth 1.
Yeah.
Batman Earth 1. Edward Elton. Edward Elliot. Riddler said Falcone was hired by the Thomas Wayne to kill the reporter Edward Elliot. Mm-hmm. Edward Elliot is the name of the father of Thomas Elliot, who's Hush.
Yeah, I mean...
So, there's your Hush link. All right. Just like, at the end of this movie, it became very apparent that Riddler knows who Batman is.
Sure, yeah.
Like, it's very apparent when he, they're in the Arkham Asylum and the thing goes up and he's just like, Bruce Wayne, Bruce Wayne, Bruce Wayne. Well, it was revealed in the Batman comics many years later, but revealed in the Batman comics that Riddler has always known who Batman is. It wasn't a big riddle for him.
Nice.
Because he's the Riddler.
Yeah.
But he just didn't tell anybody, because what's the point of having the answer to a riddle if everyone else knows the answer?
Right.
Right? Yeah. So, we already said that Barry... What is that? Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
From the Eternals was the Joker in the thing. We already know that.
I can see me a great Joker, by the way. If they introduce him later, I can see him being really great at it.
Yeah, yeah. So, remember the line that Catwoman says that I think it was one of the best lines of the movie? I can't be with you because Batman is already spoken for.
Yeah, yeah.
That's from Batman Year Zero, the comic book.
Nice, nice.
And bringing it back to the comics one more time, Year One comic book is where Catwoman scratches Falcone's face just like she did in the movie.
Yeah, I did see a bunch of people in the theater smiling at that, like they knew what was going on,
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's what I'm saying. Like the reason I think this Batman movie was so well was just because we got so many references to comic books, man. And to be honest, that's why I think like Marvel works so well, because when us geeks go to the movie theater, we want some of those member berries. We want some of those, we want some of those comic book parts that we've been wanting to see on the big screen our entire life.
Yeah.
And when you do it well, like how Matt Reeves did this movie, I mean, even people who's never read Batman comic books are going to enjoy it and have a good time.
Yeah.
And that's why it's going to be so hard. Is there a movie this year I think could even come near what I like this movie of?
Dude, it's going to be hard to find something that rivals this for you. Especially for you.
For real.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult, bro, because literally all I want to do is watch this again. And again. And again, and maybe again. Like, I just want to figure out how I can watch this today. Right. Like, I want to have it playing in the back all the time. And yeah, so this was a really good movie. It's going to be hard for any movie to top this year. Man, Robert Pattinson, who would have thought?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, if you would have came up to me when like Breaking Dawn came out, or even the original Twilight, or any of the Twilight series, and come up to me and be like, that guy's going to play one of the best Batman you'll ever see in your entire life.
Right.
I would have probably at that time, I was like I was a very rowdy guy around that time. I'd have probably punched your fucking lights out. I would have been like, no way Edward is going to be the best Batman But man, beer. That's all the spoilers I got for you, man.
Right,
I mean, if you have any questions about anything you saw, I'll be more than happy to fill you in. But like literally, I did my thing. I researched it all to hell, and wow, what a movie!
We hope you guys go out and see this movie. It's worth the 3 hours. You can visit online movies and stuff. Oh, sorry.
If they heard the whole spoiler part.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm
pretty sure they
go see it again. That's what Neil said.
Go see it again.
Yeah. You can online movies.net. We're on Facebook.com/movies.podcast. We're on Twitter at NTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at NTS Podcast. We're on Twitch at NTS Podcast. If you guys want to buy merch, to bonfire.com/movies don't suck and something to do. Find some shirts and some stuff Neil put up. That has nothing to do with the show, but still cool stuff. We have patreon.com/movies don't suck. If you guys subscribe, we might actually put extra content out there. And we're all places you find movies and podcasts. You'll find movies don't suck and something to do. Also, you want to send us an old-fashioned email. info@moviesdon'tsuck.net. We'll definitely answer back like immediately.
Yeah, we answer everything as quick as possible.
Yeah.
We try to.
So what do we do for small businesses, pal?
If you got a small business, just like when we talked about Indiana whiskey at the beginning of this podcast, I'll be more than happy to talk about your small business, your friend's small businesses. Heck, your brother-in-law that you don't even like that much, but you know what? You know he needs the money to support your, sister's kids. Just let us know. Message us at any one of the, MTDS podcasts at Gmail or whatever, and I will advertise for you free of charge. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We want to help you out. Love you guys. Have a good day. Chris, are you ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. You ready?
Man, you just jumping the gun. I know. Everything today.
So bad.
That's why.
Dude, I'm through my third beer. So, like, this is...
I'm on 4.
Well, dude, you know me.
I've been sitting here the whole time. You ran away like 3 times already.
You ready?
Hit the music. That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, no matter what your fresh take is there on life, remember, no one will ever be better than Edward as the Batman. Have a good night.